Hello guys, and welcome back to part 5 of my playthrough for What Remains of Edith Finch. So, last episode, we figured out the kids are basically dying because the parents aren't paying attention to them. And we are looking like we have about 4 more people left to go. Milton, Lewis, Dawn, and Edie. Although I feel like we might have missed Edie because there was an attic, but that was locked, and I feel like that might have been Edie's shrine in there, but I don't know. Maybe Edie's will actually come up, because we went through everyone down below. At least I hope, because now we're going up the branch, and I feel like I missed something. But looks like Milton's is next. And Milton is the brother who disappeared, or yeah, he went missing. Did I... Oh, I missed it, didn't I? I know that's a vase. Those are vases. Yep, there it is. I thought that was like part of the lights. There's some footprints. Paint footprints. Oh, he was an artist. There's a rope. A mustache man. Can I climb this rope? Yo! What? This is cool. Your family built this for you? This family got money. If you can build this kind of like, not only are you like smart and inventive, but like you can use this to get up here? Your family's really cool. Alright, Milton. Let's see what happened to you, dude.
Milton Finch in the magic paintbrush.
Oh, it's a little... I forget what they're called. When you get like sticky notepads and they goes back and forth. Oh, what do I do? There we go. He's painting. His painting came alive. Oh, this is Inception. He made another sticky note. He's drawing a door. He goes through the door. Well, that didn't explain shit.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Oh, so it's sort of like we never knew what happened to him because he disappeared. That's vague, though. I guess because they couldn't really, ever find the body, there is no explanation for that. Oh, that kind of makes it more sad. Oh.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
I think I'm starting to see why your mom sealed up all these doors. She didn't want to be
Whatever
remembered.
Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
He found something? Also, the fact that like his logo is like a little mustache and crown, like that's his thing. It's cute. What did he find,
Mom
though?
definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Your mom blamed her mom? Her mom fucking took her in when her husband died. Why is she gonna blame her own mom?
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Okay, now I don't know. Do I go left or right? Right looks like it's going up. Well, oh no. But this thing is broken. Girl, the fact that you're pregnant and you're able to do all of this. Okay. I thought you were gonna fall. You shouldn't be up this high and you're pregnant. You're gonna die at the end of this, aren't you? Lewis.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Hey, legalize marijuana. Was Lewis a pothead? I feel like he's a... Can I go up? Nope. This is the only way to go? Okay. I saw a legalized... Oh, we're all gonna get into the hot box. I was expecting, like, smoke to just come out. He has a fucking... I'm done.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Wow. Lewis, yeah. He was into the CBD oils. Dawn? Greater Seattle.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh, there's fish. What do I do?
He kept working at the cannery.
Wait. Dude, you're gonna cut your hand off.
Part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna cut your hand.
His mind began to...
Began to what? Wander? I thought I was gonna cut my hand if I put it near it. So he had depression. And he was seeking treatment. Oh, and he worked at the canned factory. The tuna canned factory.
Wander.
Oh! Wait. With my other joystick, I can control this little dude. Wait. Hold on. I'm doing the fish, and I'm controlling this dude. Oh, I can walk as him, and I can control the fish. Oh, this is weird. Oh, okay. What am I... So, throw that up there. Where am I walking to? Up here? Oh, I get it. It's like your mind is wandering. Because you're paying attention to one side. His mind is focused on one thing, and it's not focused on what he should be doing. Oh god, he's gonna cut his arm.
He said he started small.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, small too. That's what we're doing. We're in his mind.
He'd feel his way about.
I think that little guillotine's like gonna stop.
Then something moved. Bats.
Bats?
And toads.
This is a dragon?
And things that have not names.
I think you can name them whatever you want
all
them.
in his head.
Then... Oh, when it sliced it, that's when I was able to get through. Oh!
I had hoped he'd find himself.
There's a lot of fish going on. Alright. We're going in the castle now.
But he found something more.
Oh. We're the Fire King. What do you find? Oh, fish. I'm sorry. I'm paying attention to the left side. And I know it's supposed to be significant of him, you know, not paying attention to his work. It's hard to do both.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss.
Go up
but he said Lewis had become a model employee.
Yeah, because he's just doing mundane shit.
Tireless, focused.
He's not really focusing, though. I know what it's like to work at a job that...
Like a whole new Lewis.
You don't really enjoy, and you're just doing the same shit over and over. And yeah, it becomes mundane. Of course you get good at it. No one's gonna complain. Oh, the screen's getting bigger. It's gonna cover the entire screen. He's not gonna see what he's doing, and he's gonna cut his arm off.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
A dog.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Tokyo. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
It's like trying to warm him, like, come back to reality.
And he
with
made
the fish.
positions.
Like those slices of the fish with the first one and the bridge. It's like, hey, wake up, you're
songs
working.
for them to play. talked about starting a band.
He had a mental illness.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Nothing wrong with that, though. Oh, it's a fish. Symbolism.
He no longer spoke at the cannery.
Yeah.
But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
He chopped his
Then
head
one
off.
day it struck him. That all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet,
That one's gonna pop.
were all in his imagination.
Nope. Okay.
So he could do whatever he wished.
Hi, everyone. Oh.
He held an election for mayor, and he won.
Of course he did. It's in his mind.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh, God. At least we can see what's still happening.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
New Louisville. Oh, shit. Sorry, we're about to crash your boat, Louis.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
Same, to be honest. Mine was never this bad. But, like, I sympathize where he's coming from.
Minneapolis. Until
Minneapolis.
one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
His mom showed up to work? So, why not just take him home, then? I mean, I get he's probably like
In
an
Louisburg,
adult.
he heard rumors of a
Beautiful prince or a handsome queen? You know we had to do it to him. We gonna make him gay. Or bi.
beautiful prince.
We get to choose his sexuality. Please tell me, like, he goes to save the prince? And that they live happily ever after?
The prince was on his own quest for
Let's make him even gay as we can. As gay as we can. Radiant rainbows.
radiant rainbows.
Come on. He's a pothead. Let's just make him the most likable person on earth. Not that smoking weed will make you likable, but he smokes weed and he
Followed the
has
sound of
a
his
vivid imagination. Silver Harper. Let's do the like a heart. That isn't the gayest choice.
silver harp.
Oh. Hit. What happens if I don't hit one? Oh, it literally wants me to. Okay, I'll go back to it. I'm trying. I can't. I missed a note. Is that bad?
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Okay.
Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Yeah. But he still continued. Oh, the screen covered the knife. We can't see what's going on. Oh, his
But he was so proud of having created
hair's,
it.
like, so blunt. Is that what Louis looks like? Hey, I knew that was gonna happen.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Yep. And then eventually, I don't even think we're gonna see his arm
For someone
with the
who'd
fish
never
anymore.
known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Is he gonna marry the
And then it struck
prince?
him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
To his husband? Because I presume if we would have chose the woman, it would have been like, oh, Princess Peach, you get to marry
My
her.
imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
Oh, where'd my prince go?
It was hard to argue with him.
Dear Prince. Hello? Did you wake up? What happened? Was that your locker? Because I see cannabis. Hey, you got like a Nintendo Switch. Sort of. You have like a little Game Boy, the Chinese takeout. That's probably why you're into the psychedelics, because you get lost in the world.
He began to forget the world we know.
Alright. But he's in our world.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
So what happened? I thought he was going to get his arm cut off. No, it didn't.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Wait. This is Finch. Wait, is that us? Wait, that's Lewis. We're Lewis's imagination right now. Because he's not even doing his job correctly. He's literally off in somewhere else. Good thing this knife is off, though. What are we going up to?
I still thought I could save him.
Save him from what?
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Okay.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Yeah, he's totally lost out of reality. Well, at least the machine's off, but... Or did it turn back on and that's what killed him?
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
The wise Calico. That cat. It says Molly. Everyone has faces. Honestly, the inside of my mind is similar, but it's a lot darker. Like, my mind definitely wanders off like this. Not to the point of, like, endangering myself, but... Yeah, I vibe with Lewis.
The prince waited, holding his crown.
His prince... Wait. That's a guillotine!
There's only one thing left to do.
No, he's gonna put his head through it. No, 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 no. He's gonna put his head through it to get the crown. And he's gonna, oh my god, he's gonna lose his head. There's nothing that we can do to prevent these deaths. You can't do this to me. You can't put me in a game where people die and me not try to prevent people's deaths. Like, I'm all for the somber shit that's going on, but I like Lewis. God damn it.
Bend down his head.
Of course.
I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
God damn it, man. I just thought maybe.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Ugh. God damn it, man. I like Lewis's story. So far, Lewis and Barbara's are my favorite. Lewis a bit more just because, damn. I vibe with the imagination running wild thing. Like, I already said, like, my imagination is really vivid.
Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Oh, what a dick move. Like, I get she lost her kid, but fuck. You're not gonna tell, that's her grandchildren. You're not gonna tell them that they're leaving?
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
She probably wanted to make it easier. Why would she want to do it harder? Do it harder. Like, her grandma helped her in her time of need, unless she wanted to be a bitch to her own mom. But I was saying that I sympathize with Lewis's story more just because I know what it's like to work at a mundane job and the days sort of just bleed in together and you're not really like aware of what's going on, and it just not becoming happy with her. Not to like the point of depression, but just not feeling happy in where you are and your mind wandering, being in another place and just fantasizing about being anywhere but there. I understand that. Whose room is
I
this?
wish we'd stayed.
This would have to be... Is this your mom?
But I understand why we left.
Edith, mom. Oh, this is how your mom died.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Happy 90th birthday. Oh, that's the picture we saw earlier. To teach. She wanted to be a teacher. Sanjay. She kept her late husband's disaster relief vest.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
What happened to your mom?
Maybe you should have come sooner.
What happened? Oh, we're going up here?
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
That last night? But we still don't have Edie's story. So wait, we're at the final... We're at your mom? What happened to Edie? Maybe this is two stories in one. Edie. It's a quill. You're sitting on your mom's bed. Oh, it's like a pen. It's supposed to look like a quill. Oh, you open this?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway.
You're leaving her anyway.
Why don't you go open it?
If you're so
The
concerned with her, why don't you
grown-ups
stay and
have
take
to
care of her?
argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The grandma wants to stay. Oh, I'm playing as Edith. Do I have to go in and eavesdrop?
the power had been shut off that morning, but
Oh.
Edie always had plenty of candles.
Well, you
When my
said
mom
the
said
power went off
library,
the day
I
you
don't
left.
think she knew about the other entrance.
Another entrance. So this was the day you left. This morning was the day you left.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
Yeah. I like your grandma. She just defies your mom. How do we squeeze through? There's books. Because it's a
The thing you're
library.
afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Sure.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
They're not dead because of the stories. They're dead because of so many factors of what's going on. It's life happening to your kids. Kind of mainly you guys being bad parents, but the stories aren't killing them because, like, you're literally just telling what happened. How is that? Your grandma is literally trying to tell you the truth and your mom is trying to hide that from you. I get to protect you because she doesn't want you maybe to have like depression in your life and be so depressed with like, hey, your entire family died in this house. And like I can see her mom like trying to protect her from that, but your grandma just trying to say like, don't forget them. Maybe that's what she's trying to do. Like, this is your family. You had an uncle. You had a grandfather. You know. And maybe she feels like her daughter is being ashamed of it.
Send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches by Edith Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
What happened?
That night, the tide went way, way out.
Wait. Oh, am I Edie? Am I the grandma? Did she drown? No. Did she walk out to sea? No. No, 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 no. Because she kept looking at the house. She was like, she would look at it in the distance. No, grandma. No.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Or maybe not. Maybe she slipped on a rock and broke her hip or something. Where am I going? I'm walking to the house, aren't I? She drowned.
God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
Grandma drowned.
But I never thought I'd go back to it.
Well, I don't think it's
When the fog
possible.
rolled in, I lost my way.
Just keep going straight. Right?
I got turned around.
Oh, we literally did get turned around. It's literally going straight. How did you get turned around? You just keep going the same direction.
I
Okay.
started seeing things.
Ooh, you're going crazy. Oh, old age, Grandma. It'll do that to you. Start losing your mind.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Like? You forgot deer existed?
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Are these
Maybe
from the old house?
I came back to them.
Oh, you found the house. I don't...
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Oh,
I kicked and screamed, but
I didn't realize I had
Mom
to
dragged me
pull
to
in.
the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
How'd she die, though?
After that, we moved around a lot.
How'd she die? It doesn't
We
explain.
both tried to make the best of it.
Oh, I'm her hand. Hey, this is like what we all used to do and hanging outside the car.
A
And she
few
had a
years went
cast.
by.
How'd she get the cast, though? Oh, I'm like those little dandelions that you blow on. Can I don't know how I make it blow.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Dawn Finch. Oh. Oh, do I do something? Oh, I'm
She
her
got better
hand.
for a while. And then she didn't.
I'm controlling. I
then
controlled
once
her
in a while-
hand, grabbing her hand. What am I?
The last Finch left alive.
So wait, Grandma just
And then I found out
dies,
about you.
And Dawn just got sick?
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
Neither do I. What's going on?
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
To what? Death?
And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
To appreciate life. Wait, are you birthing us? Oh, we're going through the fallopian tube. Oh, I'm gay.
This
I'm not
dream
for
was
this.
supposed to be for you.
I mean, I was born this way, but I'm sworn off vaginas. I'm good. I'm Gucci.
But I hope you'll never see it.
I hope I
just
never have to
wanted
see this.
you and tell you all these stories myself.
Well, are you gonna be alive to do that?
But I guess if you're reading this now,
What?
things didn't work out that way.
Wait. Did
This
you
is
die?
where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
We're her son. What? For Shirley Dallas. Ah, no, no. You can't do that to me. You can't put all this death. Person died, be okay with it, and then have the main person just, like, obviously she was gonna die, but I thought we were her. No. Ah, you can't do, and then all this family, no. No, the person we were playing as her son the entire time. I'm sorry I judged him on his nails too at the beginning. He had really well kept nails. Like, bravo, kid. You really know how to keep clean even without a mom. But wait, why the fuck is he out there by himself? Why is he out there by himself searching for his, well, I guess for his family's story and find out what happened to them? But why is no one taking care of him? He's gonna motherfucking die out there alone. That's probably how he died. Someone shot him in the woods and last house on the lake type shit. I don't know how to feel about this game. Because, okay. What I'm going to say is super confusing at the beginning. I didn't know what was going on because maybe it's my fault I didn't read up on the game and find out, you know, more about the interactions that that the gameplay would involve. But I wanted to stay spoiler free from anything. Oh, the Gregory, the baby, ah. But I wanted to be sure like I wasn't spoiled of anything in the story. So I stayed away from finding out if it was going to be like things that you had to interact with and stick together and then match names with dates. Something like that. I didn't know what to expect. I knew that we're going to like walk around and find things out, but that's about it. We walked around and searched and basically found out their deaths. We still didn't find out why there's a curse. Why? I thought there was like a set time limit. Because why did Walter say he had a year left? Were they just, they're all set to live a certain amount of years? Because different people had like 30, there was 11, there was a year. So what is the curse? Is it just like they can't live past a certain age? But no, and then he's gonna die. He's gonna die. This curse is gonna live on. That means, like, he's obviously is gonna die someday, but he's gonna die young. But that's another question I have about this story. What determines when they die and how? Like, when? Because some of the Finch family were dying really, really young. But then obviously to have that keep going, they were having them, oh, the Edith Finch team. They would obviously have to get married so they reproduce. So what determines that, hey, in order to survive the end, that they need to have kids? How does it say that Edie needs to live longer in order to have these kids, and then Sam needs to live long enough to produce these kids, Dawn needs to live long enough to produce these kids, and then Edith needs to be just old enough to produce her son? And shouldn't that be filled in? Because we now know when the... Well, we don't know when the boy was born, but that should be filled in. Wait. I just realized something. What if the curse is that throughout the entire family, there has to be one person that's able to survive? Like, think about the entire family. There has to be a person that is able to produce an heir. And the curse is that they will all die, but so that they continue, there has to be one remaining. Because look at it this way. Odin and Edie produced all of these kids. It started with them. They produced all of these kids as they would die. Wait, no, she was married to Sven. Never mind, no. Odin was her dad, my bad. Ew, incest. No. Sven was married to Edie. Yeah, so Odin's only remaining kid. Edie was his only child. So, of course, she had to be the one to live on. She had all these kids. From all of her kids, Sam was the only one to be able to produce heirs, children. So everyone died. Yeah, because Walter didn't have any kids. So Sam and Kay ended up having all of these kids. From all of their kids, Dawn is the only one who's able to produce heirs. So she married Sanjay. From her and Sanjay, they had all of these kids. And of course, they all die. Edith is the only one left to produce heirs. So with whatever man, you know, fiddled her diddle, then she has this other kid. And then that son, he's going to be the one to produce the heir. Maybe that's the curse. I think I just solved it. I solved it. Doesn't make it any more happier. In fact, it makes it a bit more sad. Oh, and it was a 2-for-1-er, the last one. Edie and Dawn. My favorite was Lewis's. That was sad. After that was Barbara's, because I like the art style. Oh, man. And the music, too, is so beautiful. That's one thing. Like, to critique the whole game in total, very confusing at the beginning. You don't know if it's going to be, I have to interact with this world and, you know, make these choices, because it's giving you options, go this way, go that way. But I felt like if I went one way, I was gonna miss something. But I didn't know that, hey, the whole game wraps around and eventually it comes full circle. I just thought if I miss this, I'm gonna miss whatever's on this side. So that's why I went back a lot. But no, it like the game really doesn't allow you. If I had went through the little doors that went to the music box and not went to Barbara's room, would I have missed her room? Would I have missed her entire story? Or do I have to have all of them to complete it? Fuck, man, though. Aside from, like, the gameplay, because it was really, and some of, like, the working mechanics were, it wasn't nothing special. But the story, it had good intentions. It really sold on trying to tell a story. I think the team could have executed it a whole lot better. That was, it just felt so clustered in trying to tell this story that I was at least worried about missing something. And not really giving context as to what's happening and why. It's literally just throws in the story, hey, let's walk around this place, and you have to make all these assumptions, and then you sort of develop the story on your own. And maybe that's what they're going for. Here's how you interpret the story, you figure it out. I enjoyed it. It was hella confusing. If they ever made like a part 2, I would really hope that they would, you know, adjust that and make it more simpler and just flat out at the end reveal everything. It's really unclear to me right now, and that just might be my fault. But I think in sort of like the storytelling and how the game interacts with people, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. So it's just the way of storytelling and executing it to an audience and players that it wasn't really told in a way that everyone could understand. Like Molly, why the hell was she hallucinating that entire shit? Why was Gregory seeing all those things? And is it just being kids, like their imagination running wild? Okay, because I can connect that. Lewis, his imagination ran wild, and that's kind of what got him killed. Milton's, like, the painter and the moving picture magically drew a door. I can get it. Like, that whole imagination, maybe mental disability possibly runs in the family. That might be a thing. But that isn't ever explained. It's hinted at. It's never really told. If they... Maybe the medication, you sort of think that the medication AD might be taking is for her old age, but that might be because she suffers from something. We don't know. It's all up into interpretation in this game, and that's kind of a good thing, but also a disadvantage for the game. Because I really want to know the full context. I love to know the full backstory of, like, what things mean and the symbolic meaning. That's why I wanted to absorb up as much information as I could. And maybe that's what the whole thing is. Calvin wanted to be a, you know, rocket scientist or an astronaut. He imagined flying. I don't know what Gus was more imagining of. He just wanted to fly a kite. Mary Poppins would have helped him deliver that. That's a depressing story. I know I rated Battlefront the same, but I rated like a 6 out of 10. It didn't have a good execution, but it had a good story to try to tell. It wasn't a good story that was told, and it wasn't told in the best way, but it was a fun, cute little game to play. Damn. But guys, I hope you're not as confused as I was this entire game. If you played this game before and you completely understood everything that was going on, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. And if you enjoyed it, please let me know or give this video a thumbs up. You don't have to if you don't want to. Let me know what game you think I should play next. And until next time, guys, see ya. Boom,
you up in paradise up above. If you will tell me I'm the only one that you love.